Triangle Fish on the baby slap, y'all. Slow Boon Slaying coming at you with another DMZ guide here. All right, this one is called Bedrock. This is a Tier 4 Redacted mission. Once again, right, these just came out today. I am getting them out as quickly as possible. Just running and gunning with these bad boys already. So we entered in the Oasis, right? I actually made a clip earlier to show you how to complete the Archaeologist, which is basically entering from this side of the bunker. There are three main objectives here in this mission, right? The first is to enter the Koschei Bunker Complex, right? That's below Al Mazrah. It's basically a new map that is literally below Al Mazrah. It is awesome. It is so much fun. Having a blast playing it today with my boy Mw2. Shout out to Mw2. He's in this clip. Hilarious and great dude to play with. So anyway, we went in with a random. He was actually a great player as well, and we entered from the Oasis side. It's on the west side of the Oasis if you want to enter from this entrance. That gets the first objective done. Second objective is to explore the chemical plant, right? To basically investigate the chemical plant. So you need to go in, and then you need to get to the chemical plant. That is the second level of the Koschei Complex. So you have to get through the first level, and right here I'm showing you where we're at in the first level of the complex, and I'm going to get into recommendations in just a second. But this is the first level, right? You get in here, there's a lot of gas, there's a lot of radiation, you need gas masks for sure in this area. So let's go ahead and get into it right now on recommendations. Gas masks, multiple gas masks, I would say. Get multiple gas masks and radiation blockers for this area. Stow them up, then go in, right? Medic vest. I would definitely highly recommend a medic vest, right? You need a medic vest because you're going to need to get your guys up quickly because the enemies are rough. It's like being in Building 21. It's brutal, right? Comms vest is good too for other players. Now, this right here is the entrance to the chemical plant, so this is that second objective that we're getting to. I would say medium backpack are better, by the way, on recommendations as well, and a good squad. Those are the things that you need. Probably a good AR or a good submachine gun for sure for close quarters. A light machine gun works as well, and then I would also say like a shotgun or a good pistol, right, as your secondary, because snipers are not great in this area. They don't work really well. Right here, this is the second part of the objectives to get completed in Bedrock, right? So you need to get into this area. I would recommend having night vision on. That's another recommendation to have, night vision. You're gonna have to find it in the first level of the Koschei Complex, right? Then you are going to have to equip it on your inventory. You have to go to your inventory in your backpack, and then you'll have to toggle it on, right? You need this equipped in the second floor of the chemical plant to investigate because you won't be able to see. It's pitch black in there, right? You can find more of them down in this area when you kill the enemies, but the bottom line is, in this chemical plant, which, you know, I can designate to you right here by picking up the notes that say chemical plant, right? That is the area that you need these NVGs, these night vision goggles for, right? Make sure you get them on, and then you can kill these enemies pretty easily and navigate the area pretty easily. There's some decent stuff in here, too. I actually found the blueprint for the barrel of a new weapon that just came out, actually, this in the DMZ actually today. So yeah, really cool look for that. It's called Heated Madness. Check that out. It's one of the cost offs. But anyhow, get through this chemical plant. You're gonna have to look around, grab the notes, right? Take a look at them. But the bottom line is, you need to definitely get this taken care of and investigate the chemical plant really, really heavily. I would say make sure you're grabbing plates as much as possible and looking around as much as possible to get some of the good stuff. Right now, this part of where we're at is actually the end of, it's the third level of the Koschei Complex, and it's got a new boss. He's called the Rhino. He has a ton of armor. He is rough, right? This area that I'm in particular actually has a buy and a gear and weapon station, but you need a key for it, right? Our buddy had already used the key to get into the area. We didn't have a second use on the damn key, so it was brutal. It would have been awesome if we would have been able to use the key, because I was really stoked, but the bottom line is we couldn't. So this area down here where you can see that I've kind of discovered has that gear and weapons box for you. So you can definitely open it up, and it's basically a buy station, and get good new stuff out of Koschei. I wasn't able to do it this round. I've done it in another round, and I'll probably do a guide on that as well. Bottom line is, get in there, right? Get through the chemical complex, and the final objective, the third objective, is just to exfil, right? So you could exfil right after you finish the chemical plant investigation, right? You don't have to go to this 3rd level. I just was very interested, obviously, to see what was going on here, to see, you know, what we could do from a new weapons perspective, all the new gear and new stuff that you're getting out of this new map, basically, that's below Al Mazrah. So I just went through it, and I'll show you a little more here, you know, of what we were looking at and how we kind of moved around. There's certain areas, obviously, in this part that have high-level enemies, so just be careful. It's literally like fighting enemies in Building 21. They're all 3-plated. They're pretty wild enemies, and, you know, I'm pretty impressed with what they've done with this map, just because it's fun to fight these enemies. It's a challenge, right? But it is aggravating, to say the least. It's quite aggravating. If you go over to the left after you've entered this factory area, basically, the lower level, the 3rd level of Koschei, you got to drop down, down a set of stairs on the left here that I find, and then you can go through and fight the final boss. That is the Rhino, right? And he is rough. He does drop a new handgun. It's a pretty cool GS, and it is a brand new version of the GS. It's got a blueprint and everything in the store right now, or not in the store, in the inventory slots, the new inventory slots in building weapons in the gunsmith and all of that. And it looks pretty cool. Probably hits like a friggin' truck. I haven't really tested it yet. But this area is where you find him. There is another boss in this area called the Sniper. And I'll just do separate guides, probably. I'll go ahead and on the 2 new bosses in these areas and do some guides on them for you separately so you guys can see kind of what it's like. But the Rhino he was a beast. He charges you, and he's got a riot shield, and he's just so heavily plated. You break his armor, and he just immediately plates back up, right? So you have to just keep guns on him constantly. You need multiple teammates shooting him to get him down. We went down multiple times fighting this dude. He was brutal, man. He was real brutal. That's, again, kind of part of the reason that I recommend the med vest here, because you're going to go down, right? If you don't have plates, it's just going to happen, and you run out of your plates really quickly. So maybe armor boxes as well. That's another good recommendation for this area. Have some armor boxes on you if you can. And then multiple gas masks when you first go in to get through that chemical portion, right? Or get through the radiation portion of the Koschei Complex here. Okay, so this is kind of near the end here. We're fighting a lot of the high-level enemies. And I actually got another mission done on this that I'll do a separate guide on called Tunnel Rats. It's another Redacted Tier 4, but I am running through them right now, man. It is fantastic to be able to just get these guides done the day that it comes out and get them out to the public. I'm really happy that I get to do a couple world's firsts here. This is the first time I've ever had that chance, just because these missions dropped today and nobody's gotten anything up on YouTube yet. So really appreciate the support, guys. You guys are crushing it. I'm getting new subscribers every day, and you know, we're at well over 2,000 now, you know, well on the way to 3,000. It's gonna be great. Yeah, you guys are huge fucking big ups to all of you, and thank you for subscribing. So this is basically the end. This is where we exfil, right? So the last few minutes here, I'm looking around. We went back out of the factory area that we were in, the 3rd floor, back up to the chemical plant to get out, and you can see there's elevators that you need to extract out. So make sure that you're looking for those elevators when they pop up to get out. Now there is also a secret area or secret exit that you can take, and our boy picked up the key to that. That's the only reason I know that. There's a secret exit. I don't know where it is. We didn't get out that way. We got out of these elevators. So make sure that you get to the elevator and you hit it quick when you see it, so you guys can get out, because you want to get all the new good loot, you want to get all the good stuff that you're getting out of here, and you want to make sure that you don't lose your good shit, right? So it's a lot like Building 21 here. You're going to have to extract through an elevator, and then make sure that when you're in the elevator, you're throwing Semtexes out the door, right, stuns, because they are throwing heavily plated enemies at you. There's also a team nearby us. So, you know, if you can't have a comms vest on one person, that's super helpful too, right? Just so you know that there's teams nearby.
This is amazing, though. This new area is so much fun.
Alrighty. Doors close slow on this one, so again, make sure you're throwing those stuns, flashes.
I mean, from the
perspective
Texas,
of you need
maybe
to
plan
get
a
out in
proxy
the elevator,
mine
so
or
the doors close
flame
super
war outside the
slow,
front door,
right?
too.
We had an enemy team right near us, so we were just making sure none of these dudes were coming.
Man, but we did it. It was slack tangy on a wickle tie. We got it done, man. Wicker Man double tap. Get it, booble. There we are, y'all. All right, slow boon slang out.
My world's first, right? So thank you for watching.